Hello everyone, I am back with another episode. I am still alive, yes. I realized I took a break. So, for our first drawing, we've got Skizzleman's death from episode 1. Yes, I realize, I'm still living in the past. We're like, what episode are we into? Week 6 or 7 now? I honestly cannot remember because I am, behind a little bit. But, so over the past 3 weeks, I've gotten, 3 drawings finished. I know that's kind of pathetic for me, because I was able to get 3 out in a week, which, insanity. But I kind of had, I think it was just, I had stuff going on, and then for a little while there, I just wasn't doing much intense drawing, and I've had so many ideas pop up in my head that I've sketched out, and then I do nothing else with, and so that's part of the reason I haven't gotten as much done. I am also working on designing a new profile picture for YouTube, because I don't like the one I have right now. More on that later, though. I'll make a total video for that, I think. But, yeah. I decided I wanted to do Skizzleman's death to the Enderman. So I wasn't sure if he ever popped in the boat accidentally. I didn't think he did. My sister said she was pretty sure he did. So, I don't care if it happened or not this way. It's my telling of it. And yes, I realize Endermen do not throw Ender Pearls to teleport. Once again, another visual thing. Yeah, I think the Ender Pearl was a little bigger. And then I think I shrunk it because I realized that, though. Because I think it got smaller over time. But I can't remember now. It has literally been, a few weeks since I drew this. So, I'm coming back, and I'm not exactly sure what I was thinking during this time. All I know is that I'm pretty proud of where it turned out, to be honest. I think I've gotten better at drawing Minecraft digitally as time has gone on, because, like I said last time, I'm pretty sure I said it last time, that my drawings got better over time, and I think that's still true. It's still getting better. I'm still very forgetful to do lighting, which is something, I don't know why, I forget that there are light sources that will cause certain shadowing to happen, and that I need to remember that. Yeah. I'm not sure if the colors for Skizzleman are all the way correct. I took from the picture, which was really the only picture of Skizzleman's skin that I could actually find, because I looked it up on the internet and none would show up, so I just went to his Third Life video episode 1 to see whenever he had done is it like a third person view, I guess? That third person front, I guess. Yeah. And so I just took a screenshot. So the lighting might be a little bit weird, and so it'll get the colors off, but I tried to keep it as close to the skin as I thought it could be. So, forgive me if it's not exactly perfect in all regards. Nothing is. But overall, I think, I've enjoyed where this is working out. I still do want people's input on if they have any ideas of stuff for me to draw. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it, because I have so many ideas right now. I kid you not, I have so many ideas for anything. Whether it be writing or drawing or anything, I've just got too many ideas. But I want to keep it, with these I can finish them because it's not a big project. It's not an animation. It's not a PMV or anything that I have to consistently, anything that I have to work at for a really long time and have a lot of motivation, because I can chug these out in 3 to 6 hours on average, I guess. Well, maybe 3 to 5 more like. It's only gone above 6 hours a few times. I'm referring to the one that took me 10 hours, because good grief. But that was its own case. But, oh yeah, I did make the Ender Pearl smaller. But yeah, so ideas for stuff, preferably something that could be fit into one picture like this. So, maybe not a conversation, but something that happened, like a fighting scene or whatever. If you have any specific ideas, go ahead and comment them, and, timestamps and what episode they're from, or the title of the episode, or whatever. I need and if you want to be descriptive, be as descriptive as you please, because I will read long comments. I don't mind. But, yeah. That's how this one turned out, and I will do more. I'm not done doing fan art. I haven't experienced severe burnout yet, so I will keep on doing these. So, to explain what this is, because it might be a little bit confusing, so we've got two scenes going on here. So, in episode 1, as you may remember, or if you haven't watched it, as I will tell you now, Grian decided to try to scare people with the proximity chat, to which he tried to scare Ren, and I'm pretty sure he did kind of effectively. And then, in Martyn's first episode, or in the Little Wood, he and, Bigby talked about different ways to scare people, and Bigby asked if he could do creeper sounds, and so he proceeds to scare everyone on the server with fake creeper sounds and tricking them. Yeah, I thought that this was a memorable moment, and, I decided this was something I kind of wanted to draw. I just thought it would be fun. So, you know what? I did it. I actually had this idea for quite a few weeks, and I had it sketched out, like, I'm pretty sure I was listening to something while I was sketching stuff out, so it's just in a notebook. I just have this notebook with me taking all these notes, and then this little sketch of Grian and Martyn at the bottom. So, you know, you do what you have to, you draw on whatever paper you have available to you at moment's notice, you know how it is. But, you know, I had the idea out, and so I finally just decided this was the one I was going to tackle, since I had a pretty good idea of it, and I redrew it multiple times in sketch form. So, you know what? I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's not my favorite, by all means, but I did enjoy drawing it. And I liked the concept, although I'm not sure if I executed it the way I wanted to. I'm, like, questioning if I did this exactly how I wanted to, but you know what? It's done. It's not something I would deem that I would think is necessary to redraw. Like, there are some drawings I'm like, I want to redraw this just because of how atrocious it looks, or just because it's like, I could make so many things better. One of those would be, kind of the execution of how I did the whole, the drawing I did in my first episode of these, where, it was, oh my goodness, Scott walking in on Martyn dancing, or not Martyn, but Jimmy dancing with the poppy. I would want to redraw that one, I think, and get better at drawing backgrounds, and then draw the characters out differently, because I smoothed the hair out so much after, I did, like, the first 2 drawings, even the first 3, to be honest. My line art changed a little bit. I don't think my style changed. I think it was just more of a how I did it. I really don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest. I mean, in a way, it did kind of change over, like, a few weeks, but, this isn't something I would redraw like that. I actually like how the creeper button turned out, although it was kind of difficult to get it to look right, because it was just, like, the button didn't want to be shaped properly, or maybe my hands weren't wanting to work properly, I don't know. But yeah, backgrounds. I'm gonna have to rant for a moment about backgrounds. I hate them. I hate doing them so much. I feel like I'm really bad at it. I still have yet to understand. And it once again goes back to the lighting problem, for one thing, is that I'm not really good at doing lighting. And so it affects the background a lot, and it affects how characters will be shaded and all that. And so I'm not really good at doing light and all that, and backgrounds, and shading is kind of pathetic. It's something I'm going to have to improve, and I don't know, like, something I'm going to want to majorly focus on, or just over time, just hopefully I'll get better at it. You know, maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, I think it turned out okay. Like, looking at it right now, it turned out okay. It did. But it's just, like, the backgrounds do annoy me. Like, part of me didn't really want to do the backgrounds, but it was just, like, it was too barren without any backgrounds. So, you know, you kind of have to do them, but they're not always that fun. Characters are fun to do, because, you know, they're probably more my comfort zone, as that's something I've been practicing for a really long time. But yeah, that's how that one ended up. And last but not least, we have the conversation between Martyn and Ren about the future of enchanting, or now known as Dogwarts. First of all, I gotta say, the skin I was taking Ren's design off of was one that did have the wolf ears, but then I realized he doesn't actually in most of his skins. But that threw me off because I've read enough fan fiction where people will portray it like that. So now I'm confused. I'm left confused. Either way, I did fix it in this stage. I just had to mention that because that always bugs me every time I'm watching the video. Yeah. This one, how many hours did that take? I think it took a little bit over 3. I think all of these took roughly 3 hours. So, I mean, or maybe, I think the first one might have taken me up to, was it 3 or 4? I can't remember now, actually. Either way, that one took me a little bit longer. I think it was mostly the background and the fact that I had to work around it so much, but this one wasn't as hard. I'm finding that doing 2 characters is much more feasible. Like, there is a reason that the one where Scar gets blown up, that one took me 6 hours. There's a reason why the comics took me 15 hours to do, and that is just because characters take a long time. They can take 30 minutes to an hour easy. And because I do 2 sketch layers and then a line art, it does take a little bit longer. And so, yeah, 2 characters is a lot easier, and it's, in a way, it's a little bit more fun to do, just because it's not as, stressful. And I didn't find I was really, I wanted this one done. There have been a few drawings I'm like, I want this to be done, please, end my suffering. But this one wasn't bad. I think it was partly because I had taken a break, and so I hadn't been drawing intensely for the past few days. And I think it kind of helped that I didn't make any, videos. I recorded a couple. Technically speaking, I recorded 4 separate videos, I think. But 2 videos were for 1. So in total, I've recorded 2. Once it's finished, it'll be 2 videos, if that makes sense. But I think it helped that I wasn't stressing out about making videos. And so I was able to just not worry about it as much. Have to feel like I'm having to draw constantly. And that's a nice feeling. Just being able to do whatever. Granted, I'm a little bit behind on Third Life because I haven't been watching it. Because normally I'll watch while I draw. So, granted, I'm a little bit behind, but other than that, I'm happy that I took a little bit of a break from drawing. So now I will be back at it full force, and hopefully I won't experience burnout. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. But the background, once again, I don't like backgrounds. I'm bad at them. It's very hard to tell that they're supposed to be underground. Their conversation happened, in an underground, pond-like area. And so, I feel like I didn't execute that properly. And I understand maybe, it's probably the grass that I did, but I thought that the grass would add a color. So, there was never an enchanting table there, or the sign. The whole enchanting would have helped with that thing. That was, a statement that happened after there were first deaths, but I thought, you know what? We need to take some liberty here. So the idea for the whole, drawing was Martyn was having a conversation with Ren about it, and he was, mentioning that all these, catchphrases and logo ideas were going through his ears or whatever. Something about that. I cannot remember the correct quote, but I thought that would be something very cool as a visual. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And it finally gave me a chance to draw out Ren. So now I just have to draw, who is it? I think it's literally the only players I haven't drawn out yet are Big B and Smallish Beans. So if you have ideas for them, tell me. I need help. I don't have any ideas for them. Well, I have one idea for Smallish Beans, but not Big B. So if anybody has ideas for that, tell me. Because he really does need some people to know that he is on the server, because I have very much so enjoyed his videos. But, yeah, if you have any ideas for those other two, please do tell me, because I just don't have enough ideas right now. I say as my Word document has so many ideas on it that I cannot get through. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you back next week. This is Taylor, signing off.